All rise. We're in court.
Already, absolutely.
Captain, what's up? Let's do a quick review of the cases from yesterday.
Yesterday, the man in white. I'm starting from the man in white. I did tell you about the fact that yesterday, officially, the High Court was going to take a decision on him because following the withdrawal of the charges, the court has not been officially moved yet. Yesterday, state prosecutors led by Hilda Craig, the principal state attorney, informed the court officially that the AG has filed a nolle prosequa. And by that, what it means is that they have terminated the trial, or the charges before the court have been dropped, and so the accused persons should be discharged. Lawyers of the accused persons, one after the other, did not raise any objection except to thank the Attorney General, the Office of the Attorney General, and the court. And consequently, Justice Ernest Owusu-Dapai, Justice of the Court of Appeal sitting, with additional responsibility as a High Court judge, in fact, discharged them and said, you do not need to come to this court again. You are free to go if you don't have anything to go and do. And the court also made the point that their passports, as you can see on your screen there, Alhaji Collins Dauda, moment after he came out from the courtroom, or he was discharged, and also in the other accused person, Nuvi Tete, Angelo on the left side of the screen, also having an interaction with one of the lawyers in there. And so it was a very interesting scenario yesterday at the law court complex when the accused persons, in fact, Alhaji Collins Dauda, Kweku Ajiman Mensah, also a former Minister of Works and Housing, Alhaji Saglemi Housing, he has not been well. So apart from the very first day that he appeared in court, his plea was taken and then was granted bail. The court allowed him that particular opportunity to be at home, and except when the court needs him, he will make himself available. So he has not been in court from the first day that he appeared and his plea was taken. And then Albert Clark-Connors, we know the contractor in the matter is deceased, and then Nuvi Tete Angelo was also present. So yesterday, all four who were present in court, in fact 3, because Alhaji Saglemi Yakubu was not present, they were discharged. It is not acquitted, but they were discharged because at some point in time, if the AG thinks that we can go back, the case can still be refiled, reopened and all of that. So yesterday, it was an interesting scene at the law court complex. But I have been speaking to Alhaji, but guess what he said? He was very brief, very, very brief. Let's hear from what Alhaji Collins Dauda said.
To Allah.
He was so grateful to the Almighty Allah for where he has gotten to, and the fact that the AG has seen the wisdom in the fact that the case before the court need not to be filed at the first place. And so he has been discharged in all of that. But GHOne Abochi, also a member of the defense lawyers, has this to say.
I've always believed in the innocence of our clients. We have always believed in the case we have decided to defend. So if the Attorney General's department has come to this realization and has filed for nolle prosequa, we can only be grateful to the Office of the Attorney General, to the court, and to God Almighty.
So that is GHOne Abochi, one of the defense lawyers. In fact, he is representing Godwin Edwiji Tamaklu for the second accused person, that is Kweku Ajiman Mensah, in this particular matter. But of course, Zieli Abangbela, also counsel for Nuvi Tete Angelo, also has this to say.
We are thankful to God. We are thankful also to the prosecution for terminating the case at this point. Of course, this comes as a relief, a huge relief to our clients, whom we've always taken the view that there's really no case against them. But as you know, it was a decision by the state in the first place. So if the state in its wisdom again finds that it is not worth continuing and have discontinued, we are thankful to them all the same. And we are happy that our clients have had their freedom today.
Yes, so that is Zieli Agbangbila. He represented Nuvi Tete Angelo, and they're happy for what happened yesterday. So for those in the Saglemi affordable housing case, the case is finally off. No more courts.
It's over for now.
Over for now, until such time that the Attorney General or any Attorney General will decide to reopen the case.
That case.
It is gone. Yes.
Was Nam1 in court yesterday?
Yes, yesterday Nam1, Nana Apia Mensah, aka Nam1, was present in court yesterday, and Justice Senese Usudapa again was informed. He notes that one of the things, the trial has stalled for a while because Nam1 wanted a stay of proceedings to pursue an appeal against an order of the court for him to open his defense. Yesterday, the court was informed that on the February 11, the Court of Appeal sat on the matter, but the ruling of the High Court that was supposed to be having attached that particular application was not available at the time. So the case has been adjourned since that. So yesterday at the High Court, it was very simple for the High Court, Judge Senese Usudapa, to adjourn the case to 27th of March, awaiting the outcome of the Court of Appeal decision. So Nam1 was present in court, men's good customers were present, but there was no show in relation to that.
Okay. Was Ankomah also in court yesterday?
I also had drama in that case in court yesterday.
Really?
So, yes.
Why?
Yes. So that is Lilwin on your screen over there. Lilwin with a phone by his on the other side, together with the manager and the other team members, are leaving the court premises yesterday. So as you can see on the far right over there, when the case was done and they were leaving the premises of the court. And guess what happened? You note that the parties have been trying settlement. Murtala Ankomah has sued him.
Oh, and that's
for,
Murtala Ankomah.
that's Murtala Ankomah. Also moments after the court sitting over there. So Murtala Ankomah is seeking general damages in the sum of 5 million Ghana cedis following a defamation suit. And yesterday the court has given them justice for Simba Ejepon has given them time and over to be able to settle the matter out of court. The last time Murtala Ankomah rejected the audio apology and was expecting a new one. So yesterday when they were coming to court, all the expectation was that they were coming to inform the court that yes, we have agreed on terms, we have agreed on settlement, and these are the conditions. They came to court and it was like lawyer for Murtala Ankomah was the first person to speak, and he said, look, ever since they left the court at the last court sitting, they have given them their proposal. They have been chasing them for just something to work with. They were not getting any reaction. Then last Saturday, counsel for Lilwin just called and then proposed that per the proposal that they have given them, they have reduced the sum of 5 million to 2 million and the other conditions that are attached. They proposed that they will give them 100,000 Ghana cedi, and he described it as an eyesore. I have reduced my 5 million to 2 million, and for you to come with a proposal, you are saying you are giving me 100,000 K. He described that as an eyesore. So the lawyer of Lilwin also came in and said that yes, what we proposed was that yes, we are giving Murtala Ankomah 100,000 Ghana cedis and then legal fees of 50,000. It's a whooping 1.5 billion cedis. So it's enough. We are going to Christmas. We can't pay Murtala Ankomah. The pedigree of Murtala Ankomah, we cannot pay him. And the lawyers have mentioned that no, Murtala Ankomah is not interested in the money, but she is interested in the damages caused her reputation. And for that to be corrected, it is Lilwin will have to suffer some kind of punishment so that next time when he's making any comment about anybody, he will actually think about it twice before coming out. So yesterday after forth and back in the open court, this one says that the parties, Lilwin will send his manager to go and whisper into the ears of the lawyer. Murtala Ankomah will have conference whisper into the ears of the lawyer. Then Lilwin comes again and say, okay, 1.5, I'll add 50,000 again to make it 200,000 Ghana cedi. At this particular point, what was happening in open court was very interesting. So the parties decided to approach the bench, had a conversation with the judge for close to about 30 minutes. Then finally they retired into chambers again, this time without the judge, because the judge felt that he has given them all the clues, all the advice that the court will have to give them, and still they are reneging on agreeing on what to do. So the court has left them, do whatever you do. And after almost nearly about 2 hours, they came back and said that they have agreed on something. And the agreement is that it was not mentioned in court. So they have told the court that on 1st April is what? April Fool Day. Does it still work?
That's what has been touted as April Fool's Day.
So it's a day that if you are not careful, somebody can just do you. Somebody can do you. So on the 1st of April, they are expected in court with the terms of settlement, which we adopted as a consent judgment. Initially, lawyers of Lilwin wanted June thereabout, because they were saying that the agreement that the terms that we are agreeing on will require certain financial obligation. They will need time to be able to do that. The court and then the parties are saying, look, let's file the terms of settlement. Let's file the terms of agreement. Once it is adopted, then we know that we know how to get our money. We know how to get all of that. So yesterday, after forth and back, finally, Lilwin and Ankomah had been able to agree on settlement, and they are supposed to file the terms, and which will be adopted by Justice for Simba Ejapon as a consent judgment on April 1. So that's one of the things that took place yesterday in courts.
What of the issue involving OSP versus Charles Bissue?
So you note that the OSP wanted to investigate Charles Bissue, and he sued the OSP at the Human Rights Court. That particular request was turned down. So he's gone to the Supreme Court with the interlocutory injunction, seeking an interlocutory injunction. Yesterday, the Supreme Court sat on the matter. Both the applicant and OSP were not physically present. Mr. Charles Bissue, you understand that he's not well. His lawyer was also not present because he sent a letter to the court explaining that there are certain things happening in Parliament that he has to be part of. So the court looked at the situation and has adjourned that case Senate. So a new date will be fixed for that particular case involving Mr. Charles Bissue and then the OSP.
Okay, let's look at some of the cases coming up in court today.
Akwetia MP.
NS
Kumi. You note that following that decision from the Kuforidia High Court and convicting him for contempt and subsequently issuing a bench warrant for his arrest, he is contesting that in fact processes at the Supreme Court and all of that. Today, the Supreme Court will sit on the matter and deal with all the motions that he's seeking, in fact, including a certiorari seeking to quash the decision or reverse the decision of the High Court. So we'll be in court to see what the argument really will be and what the pleasure of the Apex Court will be by way of the case involving NS Yaokumi, the convicted member of Parliament for Akwetia, who is challenging that conviction. So it's a controversial matter, and I will get to know more later in the day.
Anti-LGBTQ case?
Many would have thought that this case has died long ago. Yes.
Why is it back in court?
It's back in court because you note that the Supreme Court dismissed the writ filed by Richard Delasky and Amanda Odoy.
Dr. Amanda Odoy.
Yes. Richard Delasky and his lawyer disagree with the decision of the Supreme Court, so they filed for review. So today, the review panel of the Supreme Court will sit and look at whether there has been an exceptional circumstances that will require that the Supreme Court will review its own decision that has been taken earlier. So that case is one of the cases that is expected at the Supreme Court today. And there's a case that has also been trending involving our former Black Star defender.
Samuel
Inkum. Yes. So today at the Circuit Court, there are a couple of cases, about 3 different cases that he's been involved in relation to allegedly defrauding some people of the public, members of the public. That case is back in court today, and we'll be following that keenly to know what will be happening in all of that. And to conclude the day today, something very interesting is happening in Parliament. In fact, it started on Monday, the vetting of the ministerial appointees. So today, Dr. Justice Remsai, director, you can display that picture on your screen there. Dr. Justice Remsai is facing the appointment committee of Parliament today. So today he will be in Parliament, and Parliament will subject him to vetting, after which a decision will be taken to appoint him or approve his nomination or not. So today, Dr. Justice Remsai will be before the appointment committee of Parliament to face vetting. So that's Dr. Justice Remsai on your screen over there with the schedule of the day. So when approved, he will become the Deputy Attorney General. So we wish him all the best in all of that. So that's all we have for you in court today.
All right, Captain, thank you very much. That's Captain Murtala Inusah with court today. We head to the sports star shortly.